the same time is working hard. Someone is getting smarter and someone is winning.
Paragraph 4D of the residential resale purchase contract has to do with lead-based paint disclosure. If the home was built prior to 1978, the seller shall notify buyer of any known lead-based paint or hazards in the premises, notify buyer with any lead-based paint risk assessments or inspections of the premises in the seller's possession, notify buyer with the disclosure information on lead-based paint and lead-based paint hazards and any reports, records, pamphlets, and or other materials referenced therein, including the Protect Your Family from Lead in Your Home document. Buyer shall return a signed copy of the disclosure of information on lead-based paint to seller prior to close. Next, we have the opportunity for the buyer to check lead-based paint was provided prior to contract acceptance, and buyer acknowledges the opportunity to conduct a lead-based paint risk assessment and inspections during the inspection period. We also have another checkbox that says seller shall provide lead-based paint within 5 days after contract acceptance. Buyer may, within 10 days or blank days after receipt of the lead-based paint information, conduct or obtain a risk assessment of the premises for the presence of lead-based paint. Buyer may, within 5 days after receipt of the lead-based paint information or 5 days after expiration of the assessment period, cancel this contract. Buyer is further advised to use a certified contractor to perform renovation, repair, or painting projects that disturb lead-based paint in residential properties built before 1978, and to follow specific work practices to prevent lead contamination. Next, we have the buyer to initial. If the premises were constructed prior to 1978, the buyer would initial here. If the premises were constructed in 78 or later, thereby alleviating the seller of any of the obligations stated herein, then the buyer would initial here. Now let's say there is lead-based paint. If so, then you are going to also include in your offer the lead-based paint disclosure. The listing agent would generate this document, and there are many places for seller and buyer and listing agent and buyer's agent to seller's agent, buyer's agent, sign and date. So this document, it's super critical that you read through it, take your time, and make sure that you've done everything you need on this document. In addition, you're going to want to provide the buyer with the Protect Your Family from Lead in Your Home document. So I'm just going on Google and showing you how easy it is to find this. Protect Your Family from Lead in Your Home. Let's see, there she is. And now I'm on EPA's website. They do have this document in Spanish, Vietnamese, Russian, Arabic, Somali, and other languages. But we're going to grab the English one right now just for sake of ease. There it is, and it's a 19-page document, so probably something you would want to give to your buyer electronically.